Welcome back, everyone. It's Kirrok here. Welcome back to another episode on the Blockshire Minecraft server, and we're back. We're gonna start. Well, hang on a second. I don't want to get ahead of myself. I actually got distracted. As you know, if you guys saw the last episode, we were working on the gatehouse, and this is what I got so far. Oh, look at the doors! Look at the doors! We still have to put the same thing on this side as you see already established on this side, and this side isn't. Actually, it's pretty much finished. It's the right wood, and the doors are actually just traps, like trap doors, but they're up against the wall, kind of indicating that the doorway here has been open and swung open, and and I'm going to leave it in an open position. It's never going to close. This doesn't have to be functional. It just has to look right. Same with the porticulus. I can't remember the name now. Sumac mentioned it in chat last time. And then what you see over here is that's going to be a hump on this side and on the other side of the gatehouse above the porticulus. We'll just call it the port for short, okay? Port for short. I like that, port for short. And you can see that we have a gate that comes down, and then another doorway or archway, kind of smaller, and that's the archway for this door. But for those of you who are keen-eyed, you'll notice that this shape doesn't match the top. There's really no other way I can get it. I mean, I can try putting another one there to make it look right. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know. It just doesn't look right either way you go. So just for the effect of the door being open, that's how it's going to stay. Maybe I'll throw one there and then one there to kind of give that stepped look. But we're eventually going to do the same thing on this side. That hump that you saw over there, I'll quickly explain what that's for. The hump is kind of like... Can I go this way? Let's go this way. It's kind of like the spot that... See, there's the gate, and it's pulled up. And I think it's pulled up enough for someone riding a horse to pass through without hitting their head. But if it's pulled up, the rest of that gate's got to be somewhere. So the rest of the gate kind of travels through the brick or through the wall, and then there's the gate there. And then eventually I'm going to add some sort of, maybe a chain or pulley system. I was told by Phase that there are chains now in Minecraft, and I didn't know that. So I'm looking forward to playing around with that. But this hump represents the space in which, the cavity in which this gate would come into and occupy had the gate been pulled all the way up. So I'm kind of making it as real as I can with the limitations of Minecraft. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it's, good enough to convey that message of realism. So that's what basically one side that's finished looks like. We're going to do the same thing on this side. Then we're going to put a brick roof here with murder holes in it, and we're essentially done the gate part until later when I pull out some of the stuff on the bottom and spice up the walls and so on. Okay, so that's where we are with the gatehouse, and then of course we want to build up to encompass. Let's go down. Ooh. To encompass the. Oh look, there's a friend up there. Pigman. The portal. And then the top of this building is going to have the same kind of crenellations, matriculations, and so on. But not last week, 2 days ago when I was streaming, I didn't record anything. I had two visitors. Sumac and Phase were here. And we just kind of messed around. They watched me build a bit. They watched me... kind of fix that up over there. This is Phase's little room. Oh, his bed's gone. I wonder if he's not... Well, yeah, I guess he did it earlier so that he could come here easily. He said that none of this has to stay, but I'm leaving it till it comes time to remove it. I don't really care that it's there. But then Sumac had mentioned, not the last time she was here, but the time before that, because I was saying, I just don't know where I'm going to put the Donjon. And she pretty much suggested to throw it in over here on this corner, and you can see I already built it or started building it, and I didn't capture this. Let me go inside, and you can see it's like right there. It's like a tube coming off the corner. So the idea behind this is that it will... Remember, the Donjon is... It's actually where I think the the dungeon name came from, Donjon. But dungeon is usually associated with a empty room, dripping water, chains, people chained to the walls, bars closing off the rooms in the dungeon. Very wet, very unclean, rats everywhere, things like that. Maybe even skeletons inside of a cage hanging off the wall from someone else who died in the dungeon. And that's the kind of thing that you would expect to see at the bottom in the guts or the bowels of a dungeon, which we are going to make. But this is, this where I'm standing next to is the Donjon, which was meant to be a dungeon, but for higher class people, such as a princess that you may have kidnapped and you are ransoming the king of another nation for so much gold to let her go. But the point was to have a super high tower, so there was nowhere for that person to go. They can't jump out, they can't come down, and they're stuck. But you'd have that room lavishly fitted. It would have great bed, very comfortable bed, beautiful carpets, silver, all kinds of stuff. Because it wasn't just a commoner you had as a prisoner. It was a person of high status. So you would treat them well. And it was almost like I guess you could say it's almost like an unspoken rule that you treat the princess well, and the likelihood of the king saying, oh, well, at least he's done a good job, taking care of my little girl. He pay off the ransom. I don't quote me on that. I'm just making that up. But that's the kind of thing that went through my head there. So anyways, we need to build it up, and I want to build it up higher than that tower. You'll notice it's a little weird in shape, and that's because it's a little more narrow than the other towers. And that's what we're going to do now. We're going to continue working on that. I want to get that donjon done. Once I get the donjon done, I'll refocus my attention to the gatehouse. But that look, it is a circle that I got off the website plots. But being a more narrow circle meant that the shape of the circle's a little weird looking. See, it doesn't look quite like a circle. So I have an idea that was suggested by Chainmail in my chat last time, where I can take out certain blocks to make it look more like a circle. We're going to try that right now and see if it flies, if it works. Now, I did bring a whole bunch of ladders with me to make my way all the way to the top. I also have more blocks to continue my climb. We're going to have to make a hole here. Oh, gosh, wrong tool. Where am I going to put this? How am I going to do this? We'll go like this. Like that. Oh! That was a fail. Epic. So right now we're not gonna bother. We're not yet going to, make it go up to its preferred height. What we're gonna work on is the look and shape to see if we can get it to look a little more round. And I have an idea. It was suggested by Chainmail, but he suggested it on the whole thing, and I thought of potentially doing what he said on a part of the. The tower. The reason I like this placement, which was actually suggested by Sumac, is because it's incorporated in part of the wall, so it's not taking up more space inside the courtyard of the castle, which is why I was like, yeah, I like this. So, Chainmail was recommending taking off, in this L shape, taking off this corner. And if I do that, I think it stops looking like a round corner, but it looks like a side or a flat corner. But I am going to try it, and I'm going to stop once I get to the level of the wall instead of going all the way down. I don't care if I go through material and waste it, whatever. It don't matter. We can always make more. So I'm getting close to the level of the wall. So, okay, there's the wall right there. Oh, God, I didn't fall through? How did I not fall through? So up to this point, I think. This eventually, when this is finished with the roof, like this wall is roofed over, this will be an entryway. We'll cut a doorway in here. And because it happens to be on a curve, this doorway is going to be whack. And I don't mean whack in a good way. I mean whack, out of whack. But right now, I'm not too concerned about that because I think as far as the castle feel goes, overall, we've done a good job. Outdoor or two here and there that's a little whacked out. That doesn't sound right. Out of whack sounds better. I think that'll be fine. So we're going to do the same thing I just did, but on the other corner, and then we're going to go view it. There would be four corners on the tower that would have to be brought down just the way I did that one already. But so that's one here, and then we'll do this one over here. But I want to view it and see how much of a difference it makes in terms of the look of its roundness before I do all of it. I don't know where I am. Oh, I passed. No, I can't tell. I can't tell where the wall is. I think I passed it. So I don't want to go all the way down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to... I don't even know where I am. Shoot. To get back up here is going to be hell, too. Okay, you know what? We can figure it out. Yeah, see, I did pass it. So we got to go back up 4. Yeah, we got to go back up 4 blocks. I went too far. Back up 4 blocks. So we'll do this. We'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, and call it a day. All right. We can also play around with putting a stair here to make it look more natural, but we'll see. Thank you for the water drop, Sumac. So I stopped at that level because now we can go back and observe the look, the effect. Does it look like it's round? Does it look wrong? Does it look right? It looks okay. Oh, I finished my apples. It looks a little off-round. Damn it. Okay, let's quickly look at this. So this is the circular pattern that we got. Oops. Off that website. That's the circular pattern. It's a 9x9. We should put these back on the ground. Another thing you might notice is that this place is pretty good or well lit up in terms of the whole flat space. And that's because while I was building and Sumac and FaZe were here, they literally lit up the whole place so nothing could spawn. So what we did effectively is we took off that and that, making it look a little more round, but at the same time, this makes it, see if I, oh, did I take that off by accident? No, it doesn't matter, I took that off. If we take that one off and we take that one off, now we have a tower that looks like it's a hexagon instead of a circle. This is not easy. I could put, if I put another block here, it looks even worse. I don't think there's anything I can do. I do kind of like how that ends right there. If I went in one, that's not going to help. Because if I do, yeah, that's not going to help. Nope. It no good. It no good. Yeah, that's the problem when you get to a circle that is small. It becomes less and less round, especially when you're working with blocks. which sucks. Let me go up. I want to go up. Get a bird's eye view. So this is minus the little corners, right? Doodles, hey, welcome. Look, I'm finally in your stream. You are. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Good to see you. Have you crafted the mines yet? Crafted the mines? What do you mean crafted? Oh, I've booked the face. What do you mean? I put those in the wrong spot. And Graham the Insta. So let's go look. Let's look up. Let's look up. You haven't been here? Yeah. So this is okay. I'm gonna give you a little bit of a tour, but I'm in the middle of. I'm actually recording and trying to build a tower on my castle grounds. So this is the proper circle. It's tough to decide. I think this is better, so I think I'm going to put those 2 strips that I took down back, and we'll just call it a day. Walden MC. Hey, Walden MC, welcome. How you doing? Good to see you, buddy. So, for Doodle, who hasn't been here before, I'm building a castle. These are my castle grounds. I am on top of a mountain. It's actually a mountain range, and I've basically, took me like 3 weeks in real life to shave it down to this height, which is on the y-axis. 107 is the height. So I then started designing the wall. I'm adding towers. I already added a couple towers. Right now I'm working on this tower that's closest to me. It's the Donjon. I added security towers, so there's one over there, one over there. This wall is a sample wall that I used to figure out how I want to build everything. There's another one of these. Did I call it security tower? I meant defense tower. And then this is the gatehouse, and I'm in the middle of building the gatehouse for the castle. FaZe was here, another person who plays on the server, and he was saying, well, if you're going to have a gatehouse, you're going to need a drawbridge. And I was not planning to put a drawbridge in. He's kind of opened my eyes a little bit, so now my brain is trying to think of how to incorporate a drawbridge, which I think I have an idea how to do. Let's sleep. But anyways, that's the short of it. That's the quick tour. I'm not even close to being done. I still have to, once I have all the towers up, I have to wall up the entire circumference all the way around between these towers and buildings. And I still have to build the, whatchamacallit, the keep of the castle, which is where the Lord of the Manor, Kirrok, will reside. And that keep is, designated by this little rectangular box of dirt right here. This is where I'm going to have the keep. Yeah, cool, eh? It's going to take a while to set it all up, but, oh, you know what? I'm going to fall to my death there. Wow, the one time I played Minecraft, I struggled just to not get killed by zombies. I think that's how I was the first time I played. Okay, we're going to go up with this. Oh, no, you don't want to be there. And we're going to go up with this. This is the first time I've actually, grabbed or started a project that is this massive. I've never built anything this big. I wanted something intentionally that would be something that would last me a long time, and just little by little, I build something awesome and epic without just, oh, one weekend it's done kind of thing. And we're going to put this one up. So we're restoring the blocks I took out to look at the shape of the tower to see if I liked it better with or without these blocks. I think I like it better with, so we're going to leave it on. Rome wasn't Minecraft in a weekend, as they say. You have a point there. That is excellent. Okay, we'll leave the ladder in that there. We do need to go up, but I want to go back down for a sec. Ugh, what am I doing? Alright, so it's back to the way it was. That's how it's going to stay. That's it. That's the Donjon. So the next part is bringing it up to the proper height, which is going to be higher than these two towers. The Donjon is usually the tower that is the highest. Well, I shouldn't say usually. I mean, I did some research about castles, and you find a difference in opinion. Some people say that it's the tallest. Some people say that it evolved off of this, and it's not the whatever. I went with it being the tallest because, and I explained this earlier on in the recording that I'm doing now, because it is essentially the place where, and you can see it's not as tall as these towers yet, but I'm going to go beyond quite a bit. It's meant to be the tower where you keep your high status prisoner, such as a princess that you ransom the king of another country or nation for. Whereas in the bottom of the bowels of the castle, we're going to make a proper dungeon with cages and skeletons and stuff like that. I meant it's your castle. Do you... What? I meant it's your castle. Do you... What you want? Do what you want. Oh, yeah, yeah. No, I get you. I get you. So we're now, I think this is the same level as the top of that tower. Or are we? I don't know. The part, though, I just realized that intersects the top of the wall is going to be a little bit weird because, let's eat some food, because it's got to allow for a spiral staircase to go all the way up and also allow for the guards to be able to travel through this tower across the other side of the wall and so on. So when it comes time to design that, we're going to have to figure it out. Yeah, I think we're at the right level, the same height now. Whoops, that was a mistake. Can I pick that up? Thank you. So what I haven't decided is on how high beyond that tower I want this one to be. But it's going to be higher. It has to be a good distance higher. So I got a feeling I am going to run out of materials. We'll have to come back up. It's amazing how building this stuff just like eats away at your resources. It's incredible. Basically, everything you see that I've built, that tower, this tower, the portion of the wall, the tower I'm building, those two guys, that defensive tower, and the bit of the gatehouse, all this material, all these resources came from the materials that I gathered by shaving down the mountain. So what exactly does Blockshire mean? Like what is a Blockshire server? So it's a Minecraft server. And when I joined this server, it's a server run by a group of people that I met, a while back now, probably closer to a year, maybe more. And I hung around in their community. They had this Minecraft server, and they would hop on once a week, record, stream, do stuff like that. And then one day I just said, hey, I love Minecraft. Can I play? And they graciously invited me into the server. But when that happened, that was just before the update for the Nether. And they were Bloxburg. That I'm going to lose. Oh, wait, hang on. I got a way to get it. And then literally a month after I joined, yes, thank you, Bloxburg updated the server because... Microsoft now, Microsoft released the new version, which was the Nether update. And because the server had to be reset, there was a vote that went on for a name change, and the name change went to Blockshire, and it was just a name that was suggested by one of the members. And I like it. It sounds pretty cool. It kind of fits. I was actually thinking of naming this mountain Blockshire Mountain, or naming the mountain something else and just calling it Blockshire Castle. I think Blockshire Castle works. I think it sounds way better. It fits like a medieval thing, you know? Oh, neat. Blockshire made me think it was a Minecraft Hobbit's life. No. It's just a name given to the server. Okay, how tall are we? How high are we? Oh, we gotta go way higher than this. I'm gonna exhaust all the materials that I have on me, and then we'll come back up and continue. I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, welcome back, guys. So, we have the tower at a height that I'm comfortable with, being taller than the other two round towers in this area. I don't know the exact level, the height level that it's at the moment, so we're gonna go check that. I'll show you how high up it is. Oh boy. I didn't realize that we don't have ladders going all the way to the top. Good thing I made more. There we go. So now we're at the top. Where are we at? We are at level 177. Is that a good level? I like it because look, see how high up I am? See, these are the tallest towers in the building except for the one I'm standing on. And I've cleared them at quite a height. And I'm stopping at this level, and then what I'll be doing is I'll be putting a rim around it of stairs, and then build the rest of it up, maybe 7 blocks up to be before the roof, so it's a floor. And I kind of built a little thing down there that kind of duplicates it. I'll show you what I mean. We'll go down the fast way. Is it this way? Yes, it is. Whoa! I'm alive. Whew. Okay, look at it from here. I may actually bring the tower up a little or lower a little, depending on how well it divides into 7 blocks per floor. So I'm going to look at that next. And then at the top of that, I will be... This dirt that you see down here is in the same shape as the tower. Whoops, that's fine. And then what I did here is I kind of did a lip of... upside down smooth stone stairs, right? And then I put a wall around that outside, and that kind of gives me a decent space inside the spot where you would keep the prisoner. In fact, it's 3 blocks across, so I could do slits for windows, which is awesome. I think that'll look cool. Yeah, so this is how we're going to do the top part. Whoops, sorry. The top of that. I'm going to do that right now. Once I have it complete, I will come back for a final showing and a goodbye. All right, be right back. Just a little more, guys. And there we have it. So we are now... Switch this out with some of this. We are now at the top level of the roof. Cold, but I just put the heater on, so that should be solved soon. Oh, you're cold, Angel. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. It's pretty cold out here, too, here in Canada. Last little bit, it's been like minus 12 to 14 degrees Celsius where I am in Toronto, or close to Toronto. So we've reached the very roof. So this is the underside of the ceiling for the floor below. That floor there is where the prisoner will be kept, which is the 10th floor. I counted. It's 10 floors up. And you can see each of the floors beneath me with those indicated by those dirt blocks right there. So now we've completed the way this thing is going to be set up. I need to fall in the water, and I can't because I'm now jutted out by a block. We are so dead. Okay, we're going to go down 1 level. And they should have gone down over there. Can I jump across? Oh, I'm dead. Okay, whew. Thank God I put those there at each floor. So this floor right here is where the prisoner will be kept. And this is their room. And it's going to be nice and lavish. We're going to put some high-end stuff in here. Are you waiting for Kirrok to fall too? I already fell. Nominal, I fell. I fell and I died. I tried to fall into the water block at the bottom, and I actually hit the rim of the smooth stone and the water, and I died. Naturally, I died, even with the boots on. It happened about a half hour ago. I wasn't recording it. Damn it. I wasn't recording it. So we're on the 10th floor. This is where it's at. Let's go down with the ladder, and we're going to take a look at it from below. So what's going to come up above that block, which represents the ceiling of the room, is going to be a cone-shaped roof, basically. But right now, we're leaving all the roofs on all the towers undone. That's to come later in each floor. But of course, in this tower, there's going to be no floors, even though these all represent a floor. Here, we're just going to have a spiral staircase that goes all the way up to the top. And the server restarts in 15 minutes. I'm waiting for it again. It might happen. But look at this. Let's take a look together. Boom. Look at that. And so that's going to have a roof on it. I think I'm going to build... I just realized now that I have that there... Oh, that's not right. Something's wrong right there. I can tell from here. I'm going to have to fix that. But I was going to do this anyways, or do what I'm about to suggest. I'm going to have to go on the outside and make a scaffolding and then build in these little support guys. Kind of like each of these, but to a much smaller scale all the way around. And I'm going to have to be very abstract in the design because it's not going to really fit properly. Yeah, there's a stair missing. How did I miss a stair? Do I have some on me? I do. Well, I'll put it on afterwards. I'll do it after I stop recording. But there you go, guys. There's the Donjon at 10 floors up. So it's considerably taller than the other two towers, which are slightly taller than these defensive towers. But as I mentioned before, its purpose is to keep prisoner a high-value target. Wow, I'm thinking like tactics terminology. A high-status ransom, a person that I can ransom for. So that's what that's going to be. But it's all done. So we got the donjon, the position, the placement, and the nice thing about it, what I really love, and it was Sumac's suggestion, was to put it over the highest cliff edge, which adds to the height when you have a prisoner up there. So you can see there it is there. And here's where it stands. And so I'm going to shave this part of the mountain down to make it a sheer drop all the way from the top of the tower right down. It's going to be awesome once it's done. Let's go sleep. And that, yeah, that's it. We got just the roof left to do, and then the room, of course. It's another step to getting closer to finishing this castle, which is taking forever. So since we're out of time now, I think what we'll do is next episode we will continue on the gatehouse. Thank you everybody for joining, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now. All right, welcome back, guys. So I've been busy. There it is. Now, we have one more floor to go, which will be the top floor and encompass the portal. And then, of course, once we have that done, we will be at the top level, the ceiling, which is kind of like on top of the defensive towers, where the battlements will be. And then we will eventually put on the